What is up, Raffleitas? Welcome back to my channel. We are back on the east bank of Demerara at the East Bank Public Road. I'm on the overpass as usual at Eccles. This is the Eccles pedestrian overpass. We've looked at this overpass and from this overpass at the bridge in the past. And we want to look again at the Demerara River Bridge. We want to see if it is actually completed, because since it was opened about 2 months ago, September 6th, it has not allowed pedestrians to walk across the bridge. They have not allowed pedestrians to walk across the bridge. And so I've been coming back from time to time to see when they will allow pedestrians to start walking across the bridge, because we want to do some reconnaissance. We want to see those beautiful images of the coast and of Georgetown from the bridge, from the vantage point of the high span section of the bridge. So I'm coming back today to see how far they've gone towards completing the bridge, because even though it was opened on the 6th of September, 2 months ago, it hasn't yet been completed. So this is a follow-up. Let's see how far the bridge has come since the last time we were here, about a month ago. So guys, as usual, this is the overpass, and this is the East Bank Public Road looking south. Right, we're looking south towards Temeri Airport and Linden, and points further south. Now this is the bridge. What I want to show you is that they still have the cranes, right? These cranes are still up on the towers. They have not been taken down, which means that work is still ongoing at the high span section of the bridge. Similarly, the second pair of towers, there are two cranes. You can see there are two cranes on those towers, even though they've managed to put the cap. See, they've capped the towers, but they still haven't taken down the cranes, which means there's work still going on at the bridge. And my guess is that that construction work is what is holding up the opening of the pedestrian walkway on the bridge. So although the bridge has been in use for 2 months now and counting, pedestrians have not been able to walk over. Now people have been driving onto the bridge and stopping at the high span section to take pictures. That is illegal, and the government has now implemented some traffic charges, some violations. If you do that, you will be violated and you will be fined. But this is what it looks like on the 4th day of November 2025. Now this is the East Bank Public Road at 7 a.m. in the morning. Traffic coming towards us is heading to Georgetown. Traffic moving away from us is heading south. And this is what it looks like the other side, looking towards Georgetown. That is north on the East Bank Public Road. Right, this is what it looks like looking north. The arch is the Agricola entrance to Georgetown. It's the boundary between Georgetown city, the city, and outside the city. So this is traffic at 7 a.m. Traffic heading away from us is heading into Georgetown. Traffic coming towards us is heading south. That's what's happening here, guys. Now let's get closer to the bridge and see what's really going on. Why is it that they have not yet completed construction? And what's going on in the Providence neighborhood? In fact, how is traffic changing? Now, the last time I went up the East Bank, I saw a huge amount of construction going on. Lots of industrial parks and warehouses being built. Places like Little Diamond and Supply and so on. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to try to give you an insight into what is happening along this East Bank Public Road corridor and how the traffic patterns have changed and are changing because of the new roads, the new highway, the new Heroes Highway, and so on. Now, the last time I went into the, yeah, man, I'm getting you. Some people like to be caught on camera, and some people will get into a fight with you if they think you're recording them. That guy wanted to be on camera. Yeah, so as I was saying, last time I went up the East Bank, I saw all this change. But on the point of traffic, because they've now extended the Heroes Highway, I think, as far as Grove now, the traffic congestion has eased a little bit. However, if you're heading towards the airport, if you're heading to Linden, then you want to use this East Bank Public Road before 2 p.m. In other words, this road gets unbearably congested after 2 p.m. So I took that advice last time and I went up to the airport in the morning before noon so that I could film that. Yeah, man. So that I can film the new Courtyard Marriott Hotel. But in order to pull that off, I needed to dodge traffic. And so a little bit of advice for those of you who are coming to Guyana or who want to use this East Bank Public Road, the best time to commute is before 2 p.m. So if you're leaving the city, that is. If you're leaving the city and heading south, the best time to commute is between, say, 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. because then the traffic is moving. However, if you're heading back into the city, the best time to commute is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. because this traffic jam, you see that traffic jam that's currently heading into the city, it actually lasts all day. Right, this traffic jam heading into the city lasts all day, but it eases only a little bit between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and then it gets to be unbearably congested again. So that's a little bit of advice to those of you who are commuting on the East Bank. I don't know how the traffic patterns across the bridge, the new bridge, has changed. Remember the first few days, it was unbearably congested and traffic into the city was backed up for hours because they hadn't completed the access roads, the approach roads, and the ramps, the on-ramps to the bridge, especially on the west side. Now, I don't know if those roads have been completed, but we're going to take a look and see how in fact the traffic patterns have changed. But yes, guys, this is an update on what is happening here on the East Bank Public Road as far as traffic and as far as construction and completion of the construction of this bridge, the new Demerara River Bridge. As you can see, construction is still ongoing. It has not yet been completed. But let's get closer and take a look at it. But that traffic, believe me, you don't want to be caught up in this traffic congestion on the East Bank after 2 p.m. Now, there's a whole lot of lawlessness going on with the minibus drivers, and I have to witness that firsthand. It's one of the reasons why I don't drive again. I don't want to use these roads until something happens, something is done about the traffic situation, about regulating traffic and controlling the way people drive, whether by fines and suspensions, but getting bad drivers off the streets. Because as long as people are driving lawlessly, everyone's life is at risk. And evidence of that in the last several days is there have been road deaths every day for like the last week. Sometimes multiple accidents, some with fatalities on these roads every day in Guyana. And some people think it's about the number of cars on the road. No, it has to do with the design of the roads for safety, or lack of safety, and the lawlessness. Now, this is one of the good examples because there are barriers, Jersey barriers. But as I was saying, on my recent trip to the East Bank, up the East Bank to the airport, I witnessed minibus drivers driving on the wrong side of the road, weaving in and out of traffic, driving on the wrong lanes, and doing so with aggression, all for a buck. So it's dangerous to be on these streets. The other thing that needs to be